Welcome back, everyone, to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. My name is Gordy, ahoy, and I was just wondering how much of what we say every day comes from life on the open sea. I am talking 5 everyday phrases with surprisingly nautical origins. Like and subscribe right now if you haven't, so you can keep up every single day. I do this every single day. Tomorrow's post keeps it nautical with Drake's Passage, the deadliest stretch of water in the world. So be sure to tune back in tomorrow and give me a follow. But so did you know that some of the most common phrases that we use every single day come straight from the high seas? I just read the book The Wager, A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder by David Grant, and I love me some stories of survival and adventure. If you've been paying attention this year, I am big on those kind of books. But whether it's gossiping or feeling sick or pretending not to notice something, all of the phrases today have salty stories behind them. So without further ado, let's dive into 5 everyday expressions with surprisingly nautical origins. Number 1, under the weather. Yeah, I'm going to do my own sound effects now. Under the weather. We use the phrase under the weather when we're feeling sick or a bit off, and I figured it had something to do with like the belief that weather causes illnesses or something. Like, we were like under the influence of the weather. Or, I don't know. But it turns out that back when sailors ruled the waves, under the weather had a literal meaning. When a sailor was feeling seasick, which was embarrassing for them, I learned, or unwell with scurvy or typhus or something, they were sent below the bow deck to escape the wind and the waves, essentially putting them under the weather, like safe from the weather. It was a way to recover without the rocking and chaos above. Now, whether you're stuck in bed with a cold or scurvy, maybe, just remember that you're basically just a sailor avoiding a storm. That's under the weather deck. Number 2, turn a blind eye. So when someone chooses to ignore a situation, we say they're turning a blind eye. Although Oxford Dictionary says it first appeared around the 18th century, this phrase is most often associated with one of the most famous naval figures of British history, Admiral Horatio Nelson. During the Battle of Copenhagen in 1801, Admiral Horatio Nelson was leading British naval forces against a Danish fleet. Despite receiving orders to retreat, Nelson refused to back down. His signal lieutenant informed him of the signal to withdraw. He's like, "You gotta stop, Admiral Nelson." But Nelson, determined to press on, snapped, "I told you to look out on the Danish Commodore and let me know when he surrendered. Keep your eyes fixed on him." So he turned to his flag captain, Thomas Foley, and Nelson said, "Foley, I only have one eye. I have the right to be blind sometimes." So then he lifted up his telescope and he put it to his blind eye, and he goes, I really do not see the signal to retreat. And so Nelson's defiance led to a decisive British victory, and the phrase turn a blind eye became immortalized. So yeah, he just straight up put it on his blind eye. I don't see nothing. So whether it's true or just a good story, it worked. He pressed on and won the battle, and today it's a clever way of ignoring inconvenient truths. Number 3, hand over fist. Today we use this phrase to describe rapid accumulation, often of money, but its roots are firmly nautical. In the 18th century, sailors would haul in ropes by pulling them hand over hand. This action was crucial for adjusting sails, maneuvering the ship, all of that stuff. And over time, the term evolved to hand over fist, emphasizing the continuous and swift motion of pulling ropes. By the 19th century, it had taken on a more figurative meaning, describing any rapid progress or gain, especially in financial context. But so when someone is making money hand over fist, they're echoing the swift, repetitive motion of sailors managing their rigging. Number 4, scuttlebutt. So you've probably heard this one used to mean rumors or gossip on a ship, though. A scuttlebutt was a water barrel or a cask. The cask was known as a butt, and it had a hole in it, or the scuttle was the hole, the butt with a hole. That sounds like I'm talking about something else, something inappropriate. No, but seamen would gather around it. That sounds like I'm talking about something inappropriate. Sailors would gather around this cask with a hole in it to share stories and news. So they'd gather around the scuttlebutt. It's basically the ship's version of the office water cooler. Over time, the word scuttlebutt came to mean idle chat or gossip. So next time you're spreading rumors at work, just remember you're participating in a nautical tradition. And lastly today we have learn the ropes. Today, if someone knows the ropes, it means they understand how to do something. This one has a clear seafaring origin. Sailing ships had an intricate system of ropes to control the sails. New sailors had to literally learn the ropes to navigate properly. Getting familiar with this complex setup was essential to being a competent mariner. Now it's a phrase we use for mastering any skill, whether it's sailing or just learning how to conference, how to call into your conference phone at work in your new office. So there you have it. Those are 5 common phrases that owe their origins to the sea. So next time you hear someone feeling under the weather or learning the ropes, just picture sailors braving the high seas. That's what I do. Makes our everyday conversations a little bit more adventurous, I feel like, So I appreciate that. And I also appreciate all my sources, which you can find in the YouTube description. Please leave me a comment and follow, rate, like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who likes this sort of thing. At Smartest Year Ever, go watch the 1-minute version. Everywhere that you have social media, check out the 1-minute version, the short. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. I will see you tomorrow in the smartest year ever.